What's up, y'all? It's your boy Spidey Studios here today. I'm with the homie Savion, and we are checking out apparently a new season 3 trailer to Superman and Lois. It's just a quick little 30 seconds, but it gives us basically a brief synopsis. I'm assuming things we will see is the new recast of Jonathan Kent, the story of what might be going on in season 3. I think I heard that the dude who played, what's his name in Arrow? He played some gangster in Arrow season 5. It was this buff black dude before Prometheus showed up. You remember him?
Huh?
That black gangster dude?
He was in
Church?
Arrow?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy?
Church? He's supposed to be a bad guy in this. He's supposed to play the head of Intergang. I forgot what his name was, but he's supposed to play him. And he's going to be the villain of this season. So I'm curious what is going to be dropping and how everything's going to go. So we're going to check this out real quick, and then we're going to watch The Last of Us show that just dropped. So we're going to check this out first.
Today just reminded me how truly magical it is to be a mom. I might be pregnant.
Lois is missing.
How could you just leave her?
Lives were at stake.
My daughter's life is at stake.
Isn't this what you've been training for?
I can't do this kind of stuff alone.
We'll find her. We are gonna get through this as a family.
What the fuck is happening?
Bro,
What
so
the fuck is
bright.
happening? Wait. What? I didn't even register anything that just happened. What the fuck just happened?
Destroyed the Daily
Today
Play.
just reminded
What the
me how
fuck just
truly
happened?
Magical it is to be a mom.
So, they did this family thing. They obviously recast Jonathan. Saw a decent bit of him. His voice, I think he has the look. He looks like Jordan. Like, they look like twins because they're supposed to be twins. So I think he has the look. The voice is gonna get a bit to get used to, but I don't necessarily. I am upset that that was recast, but I understand the reason for it. So I mean, what can you do? But
Today just reminded me how
It'll
truly
be so weird
magical it
watching the
is to be a
entire show
mom.
now.
yeah.
I might be pregnant.
She said she wants to be pregnant. Is that what she said?
Reminded me how truly magical it is to be a mom. I might be pregnant.
She
I
said,
might be pregnant.
"What? We can't have no more characters in this show. We already have a lot. Like we have, like Lois has like. You know how Lois currently has 3 kids. Natalie, technically, Jordan and Jonathan. Do you want another
You
one?
know what makes it worse? This nigga Clark still don't got no job, bro. So how the fuck?
No,
you
he's
get
working at the Gazette with Lois.
They
And,
get paid for that?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
How do you think they'd be making money? They work at the Gazette, yeah.
I mean,
Cause Lois,
be honest,
Lois is
Lois bringing all the money home.
well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
obviously. But Lois is the founder of the Gazette at Smallville.
I miss
so-
my nigga working at the Daily Planet. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I think that
Like I get why they chose it. I like the direction, but I'm gonna be honest. Over time, it's kind of just like
I like that they decided to focus on being on Smallville more, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. But my issue is that it feels like Superman is protecting Smallville more
and
than
not-
anywhere else.
Exactly.
Like
Like, I will admit like certain episodes, like when he saved the
When he
Japanese
saved
guy from
the submarine, and when he went to Russia to save that
Yeah.
mountain thing, and when he went to Mexico to stop that bank robbery.
Yeah.
I like that that they're doing that for Superman. I appreciate that. But my thing is, his stomping ground is typically Metropolis. He hasn't been there for like 2 seasons. Like we saw him in, actually technically he was in Smallville. He was in Metropolis at the end of season 1 when they had that somewhat final battle.
and
with all the
then
Kryptonians
before
there.
that, it was
I think
that
he
villain
went-
that escaped.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And that,
I know the actor, but he was on Flash, the Clock King
Yeah.
or whatever that nigga name is.
But his name was Kilgrave. Yeah, that was his name.
That was his name.
Yeah. But it was him, and then I think they said that he's supposed to be in Smallville again, or in Metropolis again, because he's fighting that same dude with the Nazi symbols and the Iron Mask. Apparently, he has superpowers now. I mean, let's be real. Nobody's gonna fight Superman if he ain't got some powers of some kind. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, let's be honest, bro.
So-
Lex' strongest thing against Superman is his mind.
Yeah. So it looks like they're gonna give that guy powers. It's hard to look at his suit. His suit has been updated, and I love the new look for it. But it's hard to completely look at it. But
Go to the shot where he was talking to what's
Today
his
just
name?
reminded me how truly magical it is to be a mom. I might be pregnant.
Lois is missing.
How could you just
Yeah,
leave
go
her?
ahead.
Lives were at stake.
Wait.
I might be pregnant.
Lois is missing.
How could you just leave her?
Lives were at
Dude, look at that fucking costume. And they took away the shoulder, it's the muscle suit, so he's no longer like got the muscle pads like Shazam did. This is just all him, all muscle. I love that suit. I love that suit. I love that suit. It's much better than his crossover suit he had. I love that suit. So Lois is kidnapped. I mean, not surprising. She's been kidnapped like how many times now? The fucking visual. This show does not deserve to be a show. This shit should be a damn movie. Like, I love this.
I hope they give him a movie when they done with the series.
Maybe. I don't think so though. But
I mean,
I think this
the
needs
character
to.
is too big to be on a small screen.
Yeah,
let alone
but
anything.
the thing is, there has been Superman live action shows that have been done on small screen before. Not just Smallville, but before that it was Lois and Clark: The Adventures of Superman. Have you seen that?
I grew up with it, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it like that.
It was more of a
cool,
It was more of a romance.
but like
show,
it wasn't
but
one of them shows that you would rewatch. It's just
Yeah.
one of those that you grew up with.
It's more. It's a romance show,
So,
more so.
but
But I think it was a really good show.
Smallville
though.
always grabbed my attention. So
But I love this show. I love like an older Superman, a much more experienced
got one.
Superman,
shit.
like one who's been around long
all
enough
the
and
other
has
ones
to
like
raise.
nigga, I'm on first day, yeah, man.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with watching like your heroes when they first start out. I think that's fine because then you can have different takes on it.
Yeah.
But I think one thing you don't see often is an experienced superhero. Like you don't see a superhero. You don't start a story with an experienced hero. You start it when they start out. That's what I like this show because you start out with Superman already been doing this so long. Like you don't need to see his origin story or anything like that. He's been around long time. So I appreciate this.
Lois is missing.
How could you just leave her?
Lives were at stake.
My daughter's life is at stake.
Okay, what is this? This looks like Man of Steel shit. What is this? I'm assuming that's Jordan doing something.
Isn't this what you've been training for? They can't do this kind of stuff alone.
We'll find her.
Isn't this what you've been training for? They can't do this kind of stuff alone.
We'll find her.
Yeah, it's like his voice is what's really throwing me off.
Isn't this what you've been training for? They can't do this kind of stuff alone.
Yeah, his voice is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Obviously, it's a recast, but I mean, like, he looks just like him, honestly.
Isn't this what you've been training for? They can't.
Yeah, like they look just alike. That's weird. Because I mean, like, they're supposed to be twins, so they're supposed to look alike. But I just find it interesting. You know what's really funny? People who don't know the news are probably going to think, who the fuck is this guy? Like, people who's not followed the news, they're going to be like, is that Jonathan? What the fuck happened? But I like this new
damn,
actor.
Barry, what you do now, man, nigga? Damn.
But I like the new actor. He looks just like him. He looks like his twin, so I appreciate that. They have the same hair color and everything. My issue is, obviously, his voice just sounds more wimpy than Jonathan's. I don't know. Like,
My daughter's life is at stake.
Isn't this what you've been training for? They can't do this kind of stuff alone.
We'll find her.
and it's like, what else? What is all this other shit happening?
Isn't this what you've been training for? They can't do this kind of stuff alone.
We'll find her.
What is all this? What's happening? Like, hold on, let me go through slow pace. Like, what is happening?
Is to be.
Yeah, nah, that's gonna fuck me up. Okay, so visuals look great. Love it. She's kidnapped, probably by Intergang. She's probably kidnapped by Intergang. Because those are the guys that usually have apocalypse weapons on Earth. So like Apocalypse, yeah, Apocalypse. If you remember the animated show Superman, they would, even in Young Justice, they would give Apocalypse weapons to Intergang. And Bruno Mannheim, that's the guy's name. That's the villain of the season. Bruno Mannheim is the leader of Intergang. And Apocalypse would send them Apocalypse weapons, and that's how they would fight Superman. So that would give them the advantage to fight Superman. In this, if you remember last season, Diggle showed up and told John Henry Irons that apparently he died. That his version, this world's version of John Henry Irons died investigating Intergang. So John Henry Irons' storyline in this season, he's going to figure out how he died and what Intergang had to do with it. Superman is probably going to get involved. He's probably going to help him out, figure out what's going on, and that's going to probably bring in Apocalypse. Now, does that mean we might see Darkseid in this? I do not think so. One, because we don't know if this show is still going to continue after this season, which I hope it does. But also because they've tried the Darkseid thing on TV. It doesn't work. They tried it. I think this show could pull it off because they have a bigger budget than Smallville does. But, because, like, look at this. You saw the visuals. You saw this man flying like this. This show has a bigger budget.
I
So
remember when I was younger, bro. I was watching Smallville. And since the Justice League TV show came out years prior,
it came out around that time.
It came out, well, when they got to Darkseid
On the show?
Smallville. I was like, alright, I seen him
Well,
on
yeah,
Justice.
I
I know Smallville started already, but like
Justice
the
League
90s Superman showed Darkseid.
Yeah.
And then when we see him in live action, I was like, alright, what do he look like? Then I was
Shadow.
nigga, what is
A literal
this?
shadow.
So you know what they pulled off? They pulled off the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer shit. Remember when Galactus was a shadow? It was crazy about it. I was cool with it as a kid. 'Cause I was like, they don't want to show Big Dog yet. They gonna show him in the next one, and then it's like that Green Lantern tease at the end of the movie when Sinestro get the. Bro, that's one of the best teases ever to never be continued. Yeah. Fuck the movie, nigga. The tease was dope.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think that this show has a lot of. This show does really good with the Superman character. I think this show is what Superman needed, not as just live action, but as a character in general. I think because Superman, which is weird to say this, is one of the... it's not weird to say this. Superman is one of the most popular superheroes ever. I would say he's up there with Batman and Spider-Man. 3 of the most popular superheroes ever. Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man popular.
Yeah, but he still couldn't come to that popularity.
But yeah, Iron Man, even at the time, like before Robert Downey Jr. wasn't that popular.
Yeah.
So it was Robert Downey Jr. that made him popular. But like in comics, the 3 superheroes we hear the most: Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. So I find it interesting that Superman has kind of been pushed to the side, and Batman's kind of been the new head of DC. Technically, Superman, I think, was the first character created.
He was.
But I find it interesting that Batman has become more like popular.
I remember when I saw this interview with Paul Dini, was like, when you look at Batman's world and his role, guy, I was like, nigga, there's so many stories you can go with. And
I think with Batman,
when they did Superman, he was like, okay, you got this powerful motherfucker that can pretty much do anything. How do you like test him to his limits? Like, it's not even about like what's crazy is like, even though this character has kind of been up and down over the years, he still tells he still like
stays consistent to it.
Yeah, to some degree. But one of my biggest like criticisms is like, I don't knock anybody that loves the Reeves. Like, I grew up a little bit with him, but like one of my problems is like they kind of just keep him stale. He doesn't evolve as a character. Because like you look at all the Spider-Man movies, like you can like Toby, Tom, or Andrew, but they all bring something different. Whether the movies
all feel the same, but bring different aspects to it.
And it's like it's not that Superman has been failing. It's just like nobody wants to like bring something new. It's kind of just stale.
I think with Superman, what's interesting about writing Batman is that you write a normal person that goes through physical struggles,
grief, depression,
stuff,
loneliness.
That's why the Batman movie did so well. Because someone who actually understood the assignment knew what they were doing. With Superman, if you've noticed recently, people don't know how to write Superman, so they make him evil. Or they make evil versions of him. And that's what makes them interesting. You have Homelander, you have Omni-Man, you have Brightburn, you have Injustice Superman.
You know what's crazy?
Like,
almost every iteration of Superman, they got an evil counterpart.
Yeah.
The Reeves movies, the 90s animated series.
And I think that's just because...
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how many times that nigga been evil in Smallville, but that nigga did not change.
But my thing is, I think that it's recently been more it's noticeable that they've been making evil versions of Superman, because you were right when you said, like, you have one of the most powerful characters. This guy, one of the most powerful characters ever in DC. But how do you push him to his limits?
Exactly.
You push him to his limits mentally, emotionally, relationship-wise. Physically, you still can push him to his limits physically. But you know at some point physically he's going to overcome it. But the thing is, I think with Superman, you need to push him to his limits when it comes to his belief in people. His belief in humans, in people, and his mental state is where you really need to push that character. With Batman, you can push his character emotionally, but you can definitely push his character physically. And I think in recent years, they've been doing Batman really ridiculously. Like, I think I heard in the comics Batman fell from the moon once and survived somehow. That was what happened in recent
Look,
comics.
I love Batman,
I think
but stop doing that
yeah,
goof
I think
ass
they're
shit,
making
bro.
him a bit too ridiculously OP.
Because I'm going to be honest, bro, I feel like the fans make him more OP than what people think it is. Like, when people ask me, how you feel about Batman? I was like, I love him, but I don't...
He's not that powerful.
I don't
character.
like when fans make him over... Remember I told you that joke? Somebody's like, man, this man can beat God if he had a plan. I was like, bro, be quiet, bro, be quiet.
But yeah, my thing is, I think when it comes to Superman, the most important aspect to tell for his character is his relationships with people. That's what I think this show does really well. When it comes to certain shows, the way they do drama, especially if you've seen the Arrowverse, because we both watched the Arrowverse, when they do drama, one person keeps a secret or something. The other person finds out. They get pissed at them. They don't talk, or they're pissed off with each other for the rest of the episode, and then something happens that brings them together and see their perspectives. When this show happens, they address it right away, get it to the point. They still understand what each other are thinking. They respect it, but they don't let it drag out the entire episode. They actually handle it right then and there. And it feels more real.
One of my favorite Arrow episodes, I don't know what season it was, but it was when Diggle and Oliver was arguing. They was going at it. Yeah.
That was during
was
season 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah, but for me, I agree with what you said. Like, I think over time, them shows kind of just like, they drag it out.
Yeah.
And when it came to Arrow, it was always Felicity.
Yeah.
Or,
definitely.
It was either that character
or the new group of characters that came.
When they broke the group up, I was like, bro,
like an Arrow Civil War type thing.
And it's like I get where people coming from, but like when it comes to Arrow, I feel like it was always certain characters. It was never the show itself. When it came to the other shows, it was the show itself.
Yeah.
And when it came to Superman, I was like, okay, they like, all right, we see what Arrow doing, but we're not gonna make certain characters. We're gonna have them have good reasons on why they're mad. So
yeah, I think
like
the best...
even I remember when Thea found out Oliver was like the Arrow. I'm glad they didn't do that dumbass shit where like
she would get mad.
Why didn't you tell me?
No, she just she instantly just was with it. Like,
exactly.
I think the best thing about this show is that whenever they have arguments, you see both sides of it, so you can't exactly. It makes you think. Like if you remember in season 1 when Clark and Lois had that argument where Lois wanted him to come to that city council meeting, but he was out searching for Kilgrave, so he couldn't do it. So he told her he would do it, but he was too busy searching for Kilgrave because he escaped. But then he didn't want to do that because he was at the game with his son. So he left to go be Superman, and then he went with Lois. He's like, Lois, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to go. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's like, no, I messed up, and you're covering. And he's like, don't super spy on my pulse rate or whatever you do. You clench your jaw when you're mad. like that just shows you they have a genuine connection. And then she says I don't want to get mad at you, but because I know you have an excuse. You're Superman. And it's like, okay, I'm mad, and I know it's irrational to think this way, but it's so important to me. And we lost the vote by a way, and now I'm feeling guilty for making you do something you said you would do. And then she was saying, I don't get mad when you miss date nights or interviews because of some idiot with a nuke, but lately with my dad and everything, I feel far down in your list of priorities. And he's like, is that honestly how you feel? It's like, right now in this moment, I might regret tomorrow? Yeah, I do. That was honest. I like that. Because she knew she knew that her feelings were valid, but she knew the way that she was expressing them was wrong. But yet she still felt comfortable to express her feelings too. And she knew that Clark wasn't going to judge her. She just knew that she needed to get it out. And I like that show has arguments and moments where they can like have debates, and you don't get pissed off when the person like does a debate, and you're like, this dumb fuck, why are we having this argument? Like, you don't have those moments anymore in this show. Like, you look at it and you're like, I see both sides. Like, I do.
You remember that scene in season 1 when Iris, when she came in the lab and found out that nigga was the Flash?
Oh, yeah. He was so heated. And, I mean, I get it because, like, they were childhood best friends and he didn't tell her.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he also couldn't tell you because he was in love with you, too.
And then Joe was like, don't tell us.
Joe told her not to do it
I was
either.
like, hey, you listen to Joe, nigga.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think when it comes to secret identities, it makes sense to keep it.
Oh my
but
God.
I like that this show handles relationships more realistically, and they do the drama well. It's not typical cliche drama. Sometimes it is, but they do it well where I can forgive it sometimes, but I actually like it. But yeah, I want to look at some of these shots. Yeah, Lois has been captured by Inter Gang. I love that suit so much. I love that John Henry is like an integral part of the story too. Yeah, this is Man of Steel stuff. What is this? Okay, so yeah, that's Superman and John Henry flying from some explosion. Okay. Damn, he's just fumbling through water, I guess? I wonder who they're fighting. Dude, these shots in the show, bro. This is the best looking DC show on TV, bro. Look at this. Look at this shot. You wouldn't see this shit on The Flash. Not really. Like, you see the city skyline like thousands of times now. Like, I love this skyline. It looks so good. Okay, so that's Natalie in her suit. And it looks like that was them before that scene.
Yeah.
I wonder if, because Natalie said she was going to make a suit for Jonathan. I think it would make sense if he did a suit.
Better than a nigga taking drugs.
Yeah, true. Okay, so that was after this scene too. Dude, look at that fucking costume. Dude. Go back. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that fucking suit, bro. Jesus. What I want for John...
52 suit.
Yeah, it's like a New 52 mixed with like the Rebirth suit a little bit. Like, if you've seen the Rebirth suit, that's what that more so looks like.
I wonder what they're going to do for
John Henry,
his
yeah.
costume later.
He needs to get an
Because
upgrade.
don't get me wrong, it was cool
I like,
seeing his
yeah.
suit, but I'm going to be honest, bro, nigga just looked like a fucking Iron Man nigga running around.
People say he just looks like Master Chief. He kind of does. But, like, because, you know, Steel technically, like, his helmet's not going to be how it is in the comics where it's legit a helmet
But,
with a
you know, they got to,
But, like, give him an S,
something.
give him the cape, update his costume, make it look more slim. They could do it. Like, slim him up a little bit, give him the cape, give him the S Steel. I want that.
Look goofy,
I want it. It would be so awesome. And it would show their relationship has grown as well. Because he would be another
I'm
member
trying
of
to
the
see
family.
the super family, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Yes. This is the show to do it. I think this show could definitely make a super family thing and make it work.
What my nigga Crypto, bro?
Bro, I don't know if we're going to do crypto. That'd be cool, though, but I don't think so.
Yeah, somewhere.
Because, like, I think that the actress who plays Kara from Supergirl, she says that since this show is no longer in the Arrowverse, they had asked her if she would have wanted to come back to do Supergirl for this show. It's just as a different version of Supergirl. She said she would wanted to do it.
Where did you read that at?
I think it was one of the interviews. I forgot which interview it was, but it was after season 2 had finished. When they confirmed this was no longer in the Arrowverse, they could do whatever they want with this show.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie,
So-
bro. I like, even though the show kind of went downhill later, I feel like that her character itself was always like what I grew up watching.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Supergirl.
I did like Supergirl's
And
character.
I always liked in the first, like, I guess you could say 2 seasons, they always had homages to the Reed Superman. Like, when she's out the window, you know, General, can you step out? Well, I forgot the line, but you know what line I'm talking about.
I think that the actress did a really good job with Supergirl. I just think it was the story. I kind of fell off of it after season 4. Like, Season 4 I loved because they had Sam Witwer, the guy who played Star Killer in Force
After that, they lost me.
Yeah,
No cap.
he was
after
an
that
awesome.
season, they lost me.
He was an awesome. He was
What's
Liberty.
the,
I think was
Black
his name.
Manchester was goated, bro. That
Oh
nigga
yeah,
was
him too.
good.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Hey, have you ever seen what's the animated movie?
Superman versus the Elite.
Yeah, I haven't seen
That-
that in years,
That's
bro.
a good ass.
Hey, you wanna? Well, we could do that next.
Yeah,
time.
definitely. Definitely, we will react to
I
that.
haven't watched that in like years.
That was a
I'm not gonna lie.
good-ass
When I saw
movie.
the trailer on HBO Max, I was like, I've seen this before, but why this nigga Chan look funny as? I was like, sometimes the Superman animated movies, I was
Because
like,
they make him look more
look, you don't
Chad.
know what's
Like,
funny, but I watched the like when I you know, if you ever look at all the Batman animated movie trailers, like this nigga Batman always stay fresh. You look at Superman, he got different chins, forehead too big, ears too wide. Like, bro, what's going on?
but yeah, I like that. That we're getting more of the family because that's what the show is really heavily focused on. Like, yeah, we get. It looks like this season we'll get a lot more action sequences, which is what I've always wanted, and I thought season 2 definitely stepped it up in the action sequences. Because season 1 you got a good amount of action sequences, but they focused more on the family aspect, and that's what I like about this show. I want more action sequences and more Superman stuff, but I do want it to still focus on family, and I think that this show does a really good job with it. So I'm assuming Lois. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what I saw too. Kryptonite. Someone's blasting him with kryptonite. That might be what's his name? Bruno Mannheim. And then we know Lana and Sarah know. Damn,
she
what
did
the
an
fuck?
interview with Mike and Rosenbaum.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I gotta watch it.
But-
But I've seen who else I've seen on there.
Yo.
I know he did Sarah, the girl that plays Sarah Lance. He did Tom
Yeah.
Wellington like 3 times. He just
They're
did.
doing a
He
YouTube
did
channel.
Lana from Smallville again. They did one with
Brendan Routh was on there too.
yeah. Who else? What's the guy? Who played the stepdad from Smallville? Clark's father, the Jonathan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did him. They did the mother. Who else they did? But he's done a couple of people.
Stephen Amell was on there too.
And he just did one with him recent. And he did the girl from he did Smallville Supergirl.
They're doing a YouTube channel where they react to the Smallville series. They reacted to all of season 1 on their YouTube channel.
I don't remember shit, nigga. I need to hurry up finish the show.
Yeah, they react. Both of them are reacting and they're talking
Because
about.
nigga, if I don't go back to it soon, I'm not restarting that shit, bro. It's long ass seasons.
Yeah, they're talking about like what they did when they filmed each episode, and actually it's really
Hey,
cool.
I
only
kid
watched
you
the-
not, bro. I remember I saw a clip on Instagram, bro. That episode when they focused on Whitney, they had me crying tears. I was like, yeah, that shit was not it, bro. He was like,
Which one was that?
it was
When
the
he had the
season
tattoo
1.
thing?
No, the army part when he was in the military.
Oh yeah, that was in season 2. I think that army stuff was in season 2 because you only saw him in the military in season 2.
You might
Because
be
he
right.
died in season 2.
They might have already. Yeah, you might be right, but that. But I remember they was talking about. He was like, I don't know what the writers was thinking. He was like, don't nobody, like he was like, no disrespect to the guy that played him, but he's like, bro, don't nobody care about Whitney. I was like, let's be honest. The moment
Honestly.
Clark had feelings for Lana, I was like, nigga, you
Whitney was outta
gotta
here.
go. You
Whitney
gotta
was
go,
outta
bro.
here. But yeah, I think that I'm really curious how this show will go. I'm glad that we're focusing more on Metropolis. I'm glad that we're.
Come
seeing-
on, bro.
But
no.
like, what's happening? Like the Daily Planet getting destroyed? Like, what's going on? So, because we've seen the behind the scenes shots where they showed Clark was in Metropolis fighting that iron helmet dude with the Nazi symbols on his chest, and he was wearing his current suit in this season, so it was present day. So I'm assuming this is probably just covering the first 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes of the season. So my hope, please do not give us too many breaks this season. Please. Because they gave us way too many breaks every season so far. And my issue is that it's causing people to not want to watch it too much until it's done. Like, it's causing people to not want to watch it.
Viewers,
Yeah,
nigga.
you're losing viewers doing that. And I understood it the first time in season 1 because Lois, the actress, had got COVID. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes sense. But then in season 2, they just did it too often. It just became annoying. So I hope they don't do that.
Cause I remember the last few episodes of the season, it got to a point when they took another break. I was like, all right, nigga, I'll see y'all at the end.
Yeah, they look just alike. It's crazy how much they look alike now. like hairstyle to a degree, hair color, facial features. They look damn near like it's crazy. It's gonna get used to. It's gonna take me a while to get used to his new look though. But they look. I like that they look just alike though. That's what I appreciate.
Gotta see this nigga act.
I hope he acts good. I really do. Because I loved Jonathan in previous seasons.
Because don't get me wrong, like looks can be something, but nigga, can you act?
Yeah,
Nigga.
like, I loved Jonathan in previous seasons, so I do hope that this kid, whoever he is, can do a really good job with him. I really
He was on that
appreciate
nigga ass about that girl selling them drugs.
Yeah, she just appeared randomly in Latin season
That
too.
shit had me.
I don't know if she's in this because from this it doesn't look like they showed her at all, but I'm assuming she's
Yeah,
there.
but I'm gonna have to rewatch probably the previous.
Because when does this
2
come out?
seasons.
March 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely rewatch everything.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna be honest, bro. I watch a season and then I'm like, all right, that's when they drop the new season, and I forget some shit.
I rewatched it, so
So.
I'm all good. I'm all caught up.
What you said?
Like a month ago.
Damn, nigga.
I was bored. I love this fucking show. This
He's like,
show is so
nigga,
good.
fucking show.
This show is so good. But anyway,
I need to rewatch the Batman anyway. I need to get HBO Max again.
all right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy our long review of this. I hope you guys did. We're about to jump into The Last of Us on HBO
Yeah.
Max. So I hope you guys enjoy. So we're gonna check that out. So
Might
you
check
guys,
out Velma, you know.
hell, fucking no. don't even start. We're
They're
not
like,
wa-
man,
we're
in
not
the
watching.
comments, like, I'm like, man, check out Velma,
We're
bro.
not watching that garbage. I've already seen the reviews.
Lord.
It's just what I expected. So I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction to this. If you guys did, let us know in the comments down below. Your favorite part of this trailer. We'll let you know, guys, the next video. And until next time, peace.